Greetings, Minecrafters, and welcome to another exciting Minecraft episode in the deep woods. We're back there always right now. It's howling up top. I think it's going to work with the camera because it's kind of like above, definitely above my, height. It's way up in the trees. Anyway, my name is Kimberly Quinn. I'm just so pumped to be here today to talk about, there's two things. The importance of movement, and an added bonus, this is champagne snow, it's nice. If you can be out in nature, that's even better, all right? But the importance of movement, and, people are like, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I know. We all know exercise is important. We're talking about movement. And sometimes if we change the word from exercise to gotta move, like the phrase, word, phrase, whatever, gotta move, it's better because here's the thing. Self-discipline only gets you so far. It's just true. Even if you're the most self-disciplined person, you can only carry it on so long if you don't like what you're doing. So if it's a military drill, if you're doing some kind of military drill on the treadmill or the elliptical or something, and you can't stand it, even distracting yourself with a podcast is no longer working. You got to change that stuff up. Go for a walk, something. It doesn't mean we all have a day where we don't feel like getting off the couch, and then you need like a little push. But the benefits of movement are way more than most people think. If you read all the stuff that's out there, it's amazing. So obviously, it increases longevity and the immune system, and overall health, and healing from physical things, and also mental health. I think we know there's huge benefits to getting out. And way back when I was therapizing, which is a long time ago, like in the 90s, one of the treatment plan requirements was to exercise every day for those who are struggling with depression or anxiety. And works for fill in the blank for anything. Definitely me in the Fast Mind Club, I have to move or I will drive everyone in my life insane. In fact, I was just talking to our youngest last night. She just moved to Denver, and I just miss her so much. Not part of the talk, but it just kind of rolled out of me. So she was saying, because she's also a Fast Mind Club member, she was saying how she's doing so much better managing it because she's moving around so much. And that doesn't have to be structured. Actually, my husband and I were talking this morning. He walks around. We do have like a little, I wouldn't call it a gym, but we have a couple of pieces of equipment downstairs. We have a smart treadmill or something, and we have the bike. And he said how he's been on that a little bit, but he says how he walks so much, evidenced by our Fitbits until we lost the power cord. But anyway, he walks all over the place all day long where he works, and that counts. It definitely counts. And so here's the thing. It's got to be something that you really like to do to make it, because you want to look forward to it, just like anything else. Just like later on we get into the feng shui episode. I usually do one of those little different twists for those who have, here comes a skier, so I got to roll. Be right back. BRB. Okay. G and I are back. We are so far back here right now. Top of the red face, which is not to be alarmed because it's like snowing and stuff, and it's only like 30. That's absolutely perfect out. Maybe a little less than that. Wind's howling upstairs. Well, in a way, up above the trees. Anyway, so I was talking about the importance of movement. When you say the word exercise, some people don't back away, but a lot of people do. Not G and I. So we've also paused a bit here because, if you can see that, he's hanging onto a lot of snow right there. And pretty soon we're going to have to chisel a couple of those off. So he went from leading the way, because he likes to lead the way, because now he's carrying so much snow that he got behind me, and he's kind of tailgating a little bit. Gave me a couple of flat tires on my snowshoes, but anyway, it's really coming down. Cool. All right, so the movement thing. So now if you can embrace nature at the same time as movement on its own is great. Nature on its own is great. Even sitting in nature is so helpful. But if you can combine the two, then it becomes so incredibly easy to open the door to gratitude. And I do my whole gratitude thing on the way in here every single day. I mean, I have a whole routine. I do have just a whole gratitude, inner life ritual, because it just rolls out of you when you're like this. So I'm realizing, I'm in heaven, but you can find your own heaven. And in between that skier, who I think turned around, I don't blame her. We're kind of blazing the way, but she's skinning up. That's usually like a downhill alpine thing. Not as much, even though we were uphill, definitely. I don't think I've ever seen anybody skin up here. Anyway, impressive. I think she turned around, though. Where's it going with that? Okay, so if you live in a winter wonderland like us, because I realized last time I checked, I'm so grateful for all of you listeners. I don't have words. It was like 52 or 54 countries. So I got to try to be mindful of not everybody's looking at winter right now, right? So embrace your heaven, whatever that is. That's, a nice park someplace. I'm thinking of, my own not remote, I meant my own like geographic circle where I move around a lot. Boston Gardens is nice. Central Park is nice. Obviously, that's all East Coast. There are a million parks in San Diego and across the world. There are all kinds of nice spots in Italy and Madrid, and loads of spots. And so wherever you are, embrace your heaven. And that's actually brought me to a memory of being a kid with my rooftop friend. And you gotta love how kids view things through a child's eyes, right? The box stores that started to go up, back in whenever that was. It must have been the 70s because we were little. Late 70s, mid 70s. Anyway, 70s. So it's like ShopRite was up, this big boxy store. And if you walked around to the front, there's a parking lot, millions of people, other stores. Main Street is actually a fast Main Street. It's not like most Main Streets, I think, are kind of, at least where I've been, are kind of more residential. This isn't. This is kind of fast moving, lots of people. Then everything else went up. Dunkin' Donuts, all these other, like everywhere, right? But there was a patch of woods. We were probably like 8 or something. I don't know. There's a patch of woods behind the ShopRite that if you weren't a child, I'm not sure you would have found your heaven there. But it was like for us, being so young and little and looking through children's eyes, that for us it was the illusion of seclusion. And we used to play back there and make forts and make pretend all over the place, because if you went into the woods behind ShopRite where there were really no vehicles unless somebody was making a delivery, we didn't see anybody hardly ever. You're in there 10 feet and the kid forgets that there's a parking lot 150 feet away. You just forget. And we just did all this lovely make pretend stuff. We were in the moment, immersed in being mindful and grateful and with each other, and just totally living the life, living the life. And so if you can find your adult lens and remember your child lens and try to find the illusion of seclusion wherever you are, even if you're urban or suburban or whatever, just be in that, nice little woodsy tunnel, and it works out great. So the other thing I love about the combo of movement in nature is that, or just nature by itself, is that nature doesn't judge. I love how it doesn't matter. I mean, we're so conscious about all these perceived flaws in ourselves. Nature doesn't give a fat rat's ass how much you weigh, how tall you are, how straight you are, how social you are, how much acne you have. Like, nature doesn't care. You're just welcome, and you're out here doing your thing, and nature's just happy to have you. That's another reason it's such a freaking mood lift. It's better than anything out there to lift your mood. Anything, mood altering stuff. It's so much better. I'm not judging that. I'm just saying this is a great fix to lift one's spirits. And that's it. Okay, so you gotta move. Here comes the wind. You also gotta beat the wind. I think we're getting 6 more inches. Lovely. Gotta move. You can move in nature even better, and be grateful while you're doing it. This is Kimberly Quinn signing off from the gorgeous woods with snow-covered little G. Have a mindful, moving day.